Next on Worcester News tonight, a car crashes through a home in West Brookfield. The homeowners recount the terrifying moment. Plus, a central Massachusetts town hasn't had a town administrator in centuries, what she is hoping to add to the area. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brittany Schaefer. A beautiful sunny day in Central Mass Friday to kick off the holiday weekend. But will the sunshine stick around for Labor Day? Let's find out with a first look at our local forecast.
Hey, good evening. I'm meteorologist Pamela Gardner. We have a very weak cold front moving through for this evening, so that's going to help to trigger a chance for a sprinkle for early tonight. But most of us will experience the dry weather across central Massachusetts, and you'll notice the clouds thicken up. Just briefly, we clear out the sky by 9 o'clock, by 11 o'clock, and it turns breezy. That wind direction more from the west-northwest. And overnight lows will drop into the 50s and low 60s as a result here as we get some cool, dry air to dominate. 59 for the low in Worcester. And tomorrow, refreshing air still in place. We're in the low to mid 70s. 73 Worcester, 76 in Fitchburg, and some more 70s found all across Massachusetts as well as down towards Cape Cod and the islands. So a great start to the Labor Day holiday weekend forecast, but I am tracking a chance for some showers for the actual holiday. I'll show you the timing plus your exclusive 10-day forecast and how Dorian may affect our weather pattern towards the end of that 10-day.
A scary scene out of West Brookfield when a car crashes through a home this morning. Police say the suspect was fleeing from them when he lost control of his car. Our Olivia Lemon spoke to the homeowners. She joins us now with the latest. Olivia?
Brittany, Mass State Police, West Brookfield Police, and several surrounding towns responded to the scene early this morning. Police say they found the suspect, Owen West, in a swamp where he finally surrendered.
It's pretty loud, yeah.
It almost sounded like a jet plane. It was so fast.
Ronald and Christine Marchesal recount the moments a car smashed into their West Brookfield home. Christine says she was in bed around 5 this morning when she heard a car accelerating and had a feeling something bad was going to happen.
And then all of a sudden, I was just going to wake him up, and then I heard this big explosion, and we ran into the kitchen, and the whole room was just all gone.
West Brookfield police say 19-year-old Owen West was speeding away from police when he lost control of his car. The Dudley man hit the home and ran from the scene.
Swampy, and I guess he ran through there, and about an hour later, they caught him. They had the dogs out.
West is facing multiple charges, including operating under the influence and failure to stop for police. The Marchesals say this isn't the first time a crash has happened in front of their home.
Then there's been a lot of complaints on this road. We've had a few years ago, we had a car speeding down the road here, and it hit our tree and then kind of did a little turn around in the front yard.
Ronald and Christine have lived in their home for 35 years and had just redone their dining room where West crashed into, but say they're just happy no one was seriously injured.
Nobody got hurt. Our pets were safe, and it's just the one room of the house that we hardly ever use, and so we can...
You had just redone it?
Yeah, but that's right, no. Yeah. Just a room.
And the Marchesals say they are without gas and power for the next couple of days as crews work to repair their homes. They are looking at about $78,000 in damage. In the studio, Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
A Worcester man is sentenced to 13 to 14 years in prison after pleading guilty to numerous charges, including indecent assault and battery. Charles Monroe was 18 years old at the time of the indecent assault back in 2010. Prosecutors say he pulled a knife on 3 girls while they were on their way to school. One testified she was led to a nearby apartment where she was raped 3 times. The judge sentenced Monroe for up to 30 years in prison. A new trial was ordered because what Monroe said to police shouldn't have been used as evidence. Friday, he pled guilty to several charges to receive a shorter prison sentence. A sewer line break in Worcester causes a health advisory for Indian Lake ahead of Labor Day weekend. The line broke Thursday on Proctor Street. The city says sewage was released into the road and may have entered the lake in the area of Pumping Station. The warning advises residents to avoid the water in the area until it has been tested. The city says results from the test samples are expected soon. Many Massachusetts residents are expected to travel all over this Labor Day holiday weekend. But according to AAA Northeast, Cape Cod and the islands seem to top the list. Many got a head start and were already on the road earlier this afternoon. Gas prices are also much lower than they were this time last year, which could mean more drivers on the road. Some we spoke with today say the traffic has been smooth sailing so far.
It's been absolutely fine coming in from the Worcester area.
Not so bad. No traffic at all. Came up from New York and picked up the Mass Pike, around Sturbridge.
It was pretty non-existent because we got here a couple days ago and we're leaving today, and I think we're going the opposite direction of everybody else.
AAA says many are expected to travel by car this year. Local police departments are reminding everyone to stay safe and follow the rules of the road.
Obviously a big holiday for cookouts in the lake, and people tend to have a few beers, those things, so we just encourage you not to drive if you're going to do that. Today's day and age, you can obviously get a designated driver, but it's easier than ever not to drink and drive with the popularity of Uber and Lyft and the like. So there's really no excuse, just get a ride from somewhere else if you plan on drinking.
AAA's Northeast says Boston and the Berkshires are also popular destinations this weekend. The city of Worcester broke ground on Polar Park last month, but the redevelopment authority doesn't own the land where the stadium is being built yet. The space on Madison Street is currently owned by Madison Properties. According to the city, an agreement is being finalized with Madison Properties. The city says they do have permission to work on the site and all construction is on schedule. The Worcester Red Sox are set to play ball in April 2021. The town of Berlin hasn't had a town administrator, but now recently that has changed. Margaret Nardowitz took the position in July and is hoping to make a big contribution to the area. Our Chandler Walsh has more.
For more than 2 centuries, Berlin hasn't had a town administrator. Margaret Nardowitz is the first to fill this seat, coming on board in July.
Berlin has accomplished a tremendous amount without a town administrator, and that is attributable to strong volunteerism and a strong staff.
Selectmen say having the position will make communication smoother and quicker and provide more organization in a growing town.
We worked on it previously. It was a long process coming to this point, and I'm so glad we're here.
It was important to have somebody here who had a thumb on the pulse of every day.
This isn't the first time Nardowitz has been a town's first administrator. She's focused first on understanding the community and strengthening policies and procedures.
Long-term goals, I think that we need to be looking at community development, how we approach the continuing growth pressures that the town sees.
This is the first time, though, she's joined by an all-female team. Selectmen Peg Stone, Chris Keefe, and Lisa Wysocki are excited to show a different kind of leadership.
Women are coming into leadership roles more than they ever have before, and that it's necessary. We pay attention to different things. Women pay more attention to education and healthcare and how people are actually doing.
The women are working on town budget, policies, and new hires. They say they also hope to be an example for young girls.
Women can lead locally, women can lead at the state level, women can lead at the national level.
People can look up to us to say they can do it, they work together, they talk, they figure it out, they resolve conflict. We can too.
A professional disc golf tournament is taking over Leicester this weekend. Thousands from across the country and the world are expected to participate and spectate. Close to 200 men and women are competing at Maple Hill Disc Golf Course. The sport is similar to golf, where the lowest score wins. This is the 15th year the professional tour has stopped in Leicester. Tour director Steve Dodge says the course is a player favorite.
People in the area get to see all the top people in the world play their home course. And they know for a fact they can deuce that hole, and the top player in the world just did it too. But then also, obviously, the region, you've got probably close to 3,000 people over the weekend that'll be here spectating and playing. And we're going to have an economic impact, and we're going to help Central Mass.
It's a really tight wooded course. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of out of bounds. And when the wind picks up, it's really hard for everyone. It's nice to be local and to have been able to play it as many times as I have, so hopefully that will help me.
I already participated last year, and I had to come because it's one of the best courses in the world here, and I was really looking forward to this event.
This is the tour's 9th stop. Players will be in Leicester through Sunday. Dodge urges people to go to Maple Hill to check out what the sport is all about. Millions of Floridians are preparing for Hurricane Dorian. Forecasters at the National Hurricane Center say it will be a major hurricane when it makes landfall. Jay Gray is in Cocoa Beach with a closer look.
A flurry is building across the Florida peninsula. Not the winds and rain from Dorian. The storm's still well off the coast.
No gas? Okay, there.
The rush right now
Water's on the right, where's the line?
is millions of residents across the state stockpiling food, water, supplies, and preparing while they can for what's expected to be a violent storm.
This is going to be a major hurricane, Category 4, potentially even Category 4 plus.
The system is slowing down, growing and gaining strength, fueled by the warm Atlantic waters. Landfall now looks to be early Tuesday morning, but where still isn't clear.
We're below sea level, so I think everybody's fearing for the worst.
That fear has Mike Lekorchik securing everything he can on a boat that's also his home.
If it goes down, all my stuff is pretty much gone. I don't have a storage unit. Everything I own is right there.
Concern so many are dealing with in the water and on shore across the strike zone right now.
Now, the first real effects of the storm are likely to be felt sometime Sunday, and then things likely to go downhill pretty quickly as Dorian makes its way toward the shoreline.